Hi, my name is Alin Matthew Abraham, and this is a tutorial on how to configure VMware vCenter Server Appliance. vSphere is a package provided by VMware which includes VMware ESXi hypervisor and also a VMware vCenter server. It also includes a VMware vSphere client which is used to install and manage virtual machines through the hypervisor. What I am attempting here is nested virtualization. Nested virtualization refers to the virtualization that runs inside the already virtualized environment. My architecture consists of a server which provides the domain environment for the virtualized network. It also contains a vSphere client which can be used to manage the ESXi host and also the data on top, which is the storage. There are mainly three networks in the infrastructure. One network is a management network. It is used for managing all the hosts, and the other one is the IP storage network, which provides the iSCSI storage and NFS storage to the virtual machines in the ESXi host. The other one is for vMotion, which is to transfer virtual machines from one ESXi host to another. The main objective of this lab is to demonstrate how to install vSphere license keys and also how to create a vCenter server inventory data center object. After the data center is created, the ESXi host should be added to the data center for the full functionality of the virtualized environment. The vCenter server is already installed in this environment, and I can manage the vCenter server using a client. It can be done using a browser. The only prerequisite for it is that the web client should be installed in the vCenter server. To manage the vCenter server, navigate to the vSphere client, and in here open the Internet Explorer. After opening the Explorer, you have to type in the web client address that will be used to connect to the vCenter server. Usually the port is 9443. Wait for the client to connect to the server. It could take some time depending on the network connectivity between the server and the client. Once the connectivity is done, there will be a security certificate error. Click to proceed to this website. Now the web client will be opened up. If you are opening it for the first time, you may have to install the vSphere client integration plugin. As the integration plugin is already installed for me, I will just log in using my root username and password. After giving the password, click login. To add the licenses, in the home page, click administration tab and select licensing, and from there licenses. My vCenter server is in evaluation mode as I do not have a real license. Now click on vCenter server system and click on assign license key from the upper left corner. After it is clicked, you can add the new license here. From the assign an existing license key drop down, select assign a new license key. The license key is usually 5 set of 5 characters. Provide a label also below the license key. For example, VMware training licenses. After these licenses are provided, click decode to decode the license. After the license is decoded, click OK to assign the licenses. As I do not have a real license here, I will just click cancel and continue with my evaluation mode. Now click the home button again, and now we are going to create a vCenter server inventory data center object. For that, select hosts and clusters. You can see here that I have already created a data center object. A data center is an aggregate of all the different types of objects needed to do work in real virtual infrastructure. It includes virtual machines and templates, and also hosts and clusters, and other networks and data stores. One thing to note is that data center defines the namespace for networks and data stores. The names of these objects must be unique within the data center. For example, you cannot have two data stores with the same name within a single data center. Now, to create a new data center, right click on the domain and select new data center. The name of the data center can be provided here. As I already have a data center, I'm not gonna click OK right now. But in order to create the data center, you should click OK and the new data center will be created in the domain. And the next step is to add the ESXi host to the vCenter server inventory. As you can see here, I already have ESXi host added to my data center. To add a new host, right click on the data center and click on add host. Now provide the fully qualified domain name of the ESXi host or provide the IP and then click next and provide the root username and the password. This is the username and password you set while you're creating the ESXi host. A security alert is displayed which says that the vCenter server is unable to verify the authenticity of the specified host. Click yes to proceed to the next step. Now verify the information and click next. Now the next step is to assign the license key. Select from the drop down menu assign a new license key, just like we did for vCenter server. Now the license key should be provided and it should be decoded. After decoding, click next. If I click decode here, I will get an error because this is not a real license key. But when you provide the real license key, the code will be decoded and you can click next. For now, I am sticking with the evaluation mode. And do not enable the lockdown mode. Now select the data center and click next. This provides the location of the ESXi host. Once it is done, click finish to create the ESXi host in the data center. And in the recent task pane, you can see the progress of all the actions happening in the vSphere client. Now expand the data center and you can observe your ESXi host that was created right now. And if you click on Summary tab, you can view the information about the ESXi host. For multiple ESXi hosts, data clusters can be created. These data clusters are created below the data centers and they can hold multiple ESXi hosts. And if more than one ESXi host is there, we can also do vMotion, which is a process of transferring the virtual machine from one ESXi host to another without needing to create a new virtual machine in a different host. The VMware vCenter Server Appliance is a pre-configured Linux-based virtual machine that is optimized for running VMware vCenter Server and its associated services. The vCenter Server Appliance must be configured before the first use. The ideal web browser for this configurations in vCenter Server using the web client is Google Chrome. It is rather straightforward to configure the VMware vCenter Server Appliance. But if anyone has any doubt, you can leave a comment below this video and I will try to clarify it for you. You can also visit my blog link which is provided in the description and you can follow the other labs that I have done in VMware. Thank you for watching the video.